Make no mistake, we absolutely want Kiwi kids to be active. It's such a massive part of New Zealand's way of life.
So early sports specialisation in kids there's really two parts to that. So we talk about sports specialisation, and that's where we see kids doing one sport most of the year, most of the time, often to the exclusion of any other sport. And we call it early sports specialisation when it's happening in kids roughly under the age of 12.
You just got to talk to our young people about what they want to do today, and actually they're not wanting to train for 20 hours a week and do these sorts of things. They're wanting to have fun with their mates.
In terms of specialising, I was probably one that sort of drifted in and out of different sports, and it hasn't been sort of detriment to my journey or my progress or teams and higher honours that I've made.
Kids that specialise too early in a sport or specialise in one sport may be more at risk of burning out and dropping out of that given sport. They can go on to form a negative relationship with sport and exercise through adulthood.
I guess what I'm sort of starting to understand and realise is that you get a lot of benefits and different skills from all these different sports. So a lot of the skill sets you can cross over and they actually help develop your game a lot better. When I think of sort of rugby, for instance, the movement or the motion that they use for like a layup in a basketball game is the same as going up for a high ball, or I've heard about the All Blacks coaches working with the Royal Ballet just to see how they move in terms of like line-out lifting, and there's a lot of different skill sets that cross over into your chosen sport, and I think by being open to that and developing that from a young age, I think that it will hold you in good stead.
It's not just necessarily that someone has specialised in one sport to the exclusion of other sports. It's that they've also excluded other things like spending time with their peers and being at school. So sometimes by the time they get to this high performance sports setting, they've actually not got a lot of balance in their life. Sometimes sport is everything to them.
I'm sure there's understandable concerns that this is more nanny state politics and we're wrapping our kids up in cotton wool. And look, by and large that really isn't the case. We have to recognise that there is a sweet spot, and so we've got to get kids into that sweet spot but not push them out the other side.
You don't really need to be specialising in a sport at such a young age. Like when I think of even my time at high school, like you got enough time to be able to try all these different sports.
So get your kids doing enough, encourage them to try a wide range of sports, have an understanding of how much is too much, and rest assured that if your kid is one of those kids who's exceptionally talented in a given sport, then choosing lots of sports at an early age may actually enhance their chance of going on to have a successful future in sport, however you want to define that success.